Super Mario the Thousand Year Door has a bunch of abilities from Mario, some known as curses, obviously are not curses, and they're really just abilities to help you progress the game and get to hidden areas in the game. And he also has abilities such as the ground slam or the paper spring jump thing or the hammer spin attack or even just a hammer that are also abilities in Mario's arsenal. But these ones are very situational and are just pretty much gimmicks to get you through the game. So today we're going to be ranking all of the abilities in Paper Mario the Thousand Year Door from worst to best. Let's do this. The worst ability that Mario gets in this game would have to be the spring jump. This is the second last ability to get in the game, giving Mario the ability to charge his jumps and get items that are further away or hang on to pipes. Could this sound useless? Then you would be right. This is probably the worst of all the abilities in the game. It's literally just something that you need to get further, not something that enhances the game in any way. It makes it more annoying because it makes you go back to certain areas that you can use this to get an item, like a shine sprite. Wow. The next worst ability in this game would have to be the first of the cursed abilities on this list, and that being the boat ability. And I think of this one, it's just another one of those ones that just makes you just use it to get to certain areas. Again, it doesn't really enhance gameplay or anything like that. It's just the gimmick you get in Chapter 5, and then you can go back to the road part in other areas and just get more stuff that's like hidden through this ability. It's just pointless. That's all it really does for you. Like, it doesn't really speed you up or give you this like shortcuts or anything like that. No, it pretty much just makes it so it's like, okay, look, there's this iron box right over here in Rogue Part in the spawn room, like the first room with the docks, the bay, whatever the hell you want to call it. You can go over there and grab this item. Woohoo, right? It's crap. Next up would have to be the paper airplane, which really has the same problems as the others, meaning that you can only get to certain areas when you feel it is necessary. But it does have some places that are just used for it to make a shortcut. For example, in the Thousand Year Door room, you can get to one side of the Thousand Year Door thing, like the Pit 100 Trials, or like the other area a little bit faster with this technically, or maybe even like get secrets and stuff like that. And like the Green Tree, there's the one area there, and yeah, that's pretty much all it's good for. Other than that, it's another one of those gimmick ones. Let's be honest here. I mean, it's cool and it's fun to use, but that's all it's got going. Finally, we're getting to some of the abilities that are actually useful. So we're gonna start off here with the rolling ability, the one that lets Mario get rolled up and then go under places and find new shortcuts, and that alone just makes it better than the other ones because, like, you know, it can actually get to places that you couldn't get to other before. Not just like, oh yeah, you know, a tree fell down and you gotta use it, which you do have to do at one point with this one, I'll be honest, but there are parts where you can get it around with it faster. Plus the thing is, when you lose Yoshi in Chapter 4, and all the other partners of course, this is your fastest way of getting around. You can even jump on enemies with it. Like, come on, that's pretty awesome. Now the hammer and the hammer spin. And this is an ability that's pretty good, and it's obviously very useful. You can get it for him to striking enemies with it. It can be good for taking out blocks and making shortcuts in certain parts of the game. That alone makes it better than a lot of the other ones, and it's very iconic for Mario. The hammer spin can be used for more than just block breaking. You can even use it on groups of enemies, or when they get a preemptive strike, right? And you get the more powerful attack, like you have to use FP. It's kind of cool. It's not too bad, but it's not as good as some ability. Is the best of the curse abilities. And I know what you're thinking. Why is this higher than the hammer? Well, the thing is, for one, it's higher than the hammer because it can use not only for those specific parts of the game that has you use it, but so many shortcuts. You use it so much in the actual game, and there's just so many like places you can go with it. But compared to all the other curse abilities, you use this one way more compared to all the other ones. There's so many different places to go to it, shortcuts you can take, everything else, secret areas, whatever, you name it. That's why it's so good for it. And yeah, you know, it slows you down and all that, but you know what, the amount of shortcuts it has, and the fact that, you know, it has shortcuts that are like actual shortcuts, not, you know, just go here and get an item because you couldn't before. It's great. I love it. It's definitely the best curse ability and the second best ability in the game. The best ability in Thousand Year Door would have to be the ground pound. And this one is just the best because it has the ability that you can make to use like shortcuts and parts of the game where you need to get through the biggest thing. It has that, right? But the thing is that makes it so good is that you can get preemptive strikes with the ground pound on enemies. That alone makes it better than every other ability. Now you might be saying, well, the hammer can do that too. But the hammer is nowhere close as good as the jump. Put on Spike, Shield, and maybe even the Ice Power one if you need it for like the two enemies in the game that have, you know, flames. You know, but anyways, who cares about that? The whole point is you can get a preemptive strike with a jump. You know how crazy that is? Especially in, like, just say for example, the Pit of 100 Trials, how good that would be there. Never mind for just normal enemies that are in your way you want to take care of. That's great. And with the ground pound alone, crazy, man. Getting through the shortcuts too, that's a decent amount of shortcuts. You can even find hidden star pieces, and that's what I'm talking about. That's what Mario ability should be doing, helping you find things like the hidden star pieces throughout the map. I just love that about it. It makes it the best ability. On top of everything else, that makes it the best ability. So there you go. That is the best ability in Thousand Year Door. Well, that's my list of all the abilities in Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door. You guys let me know what you think of it down in the comments below. If I'm right or if I'm wrong, and which ability is your favorite, and which one you think is personally the best, because everyone has their own opinion on this kind of thing. And maybe I'm not right. Who knows? But the whole point is we had fun, and there we go, guys. Thanks for checking it out. I'll see you all later.